Hey, friends, it's Big George Foreman here.
Big George, a two-time heavyweight champion, passed away Friday surrounded by loved ones, according to a moving statement from Foreman's family.
I can always give a little inspirational speech to loved ones.
Our hearts are broken. With profound sorrow, we announce the passing of our beloved George Edward Foreman Sr., who peacefully departed on March 21st, surrounded by loved ones.
Philippians, the 4th chapter, the 12th and the 13th verse.
A devout preacher, a devoted husband, a loving father, and a proud grand and great-grandfather. The family says Foreman lived a life marked by unwavering faith, humility, and purpose.
Hello, it's George Foreman, the former two-time heavyweight champion of the world. Let's get that straight.
George Foreman hit the boxing scene in 1968 during the Summer Olympics in Mexico City, where he won a gold medal.
I'm having a ball. I'm here telling everybody about the George Foreman story. How I once beat everybody in the world. Oops, I forgot. I lost to Muhammad Ali. But we don't want to talk about that, do we?
Outside of boxing, Foreman was an ordained minister and the face of the iconic George Foreman lean, mean, fat-reducing grilling machine.
This is my George Foreman family-sized grill.
According to the 30 Mile Zone, one of the most commercially successful products in decades.
Everybody who bought a George Foreman grill from me back in the day and gave it to someone, that someone there has got to buy them a pair of George Foreman shoes, because if you have a grill, if you're in good shape, you got your insurance together, you need good shoes.
Foreman was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 2003.
You can too. Go get them now.
Big George Foreman was 76.
It was my first time meeting the great Mike Tyson. We're standing at the Hilton Hotel. I think it may have been for a boxing match or some kind of presentation. Then I walked out of my hotel room, and there's Mike Tyson coming down the hallway. And I charged him, "Hey, Mike!" And I hugged him, gave him a hug. "George Foreman, man, I'm so proud to meet you." He said, "Yeah, it's wonderful to meet you." And we shook hands, and he went on about his way. And it hadn't been 2 hours later, he was coming out of his room at the same time. There I am coming out of mine, just by coincidence. "Hey, Mike!" And I hugged him again. I was so happy to meet him. Then I guess it was that evening, I walked out of my hotel room, and I could see Mike Tyson's door partly open, as though he had peeped out, looking around, and went back in until I got to the elevator. It was like, I'm not hugging this guy again. That's my first meeting with Mike Tyson.